Welcome to Sports Channel's coverage of the National Basketball Association. The All-Star break is over. A look at the skyline of the windy city of Chicago as the Nets resume play up against the defending NBA champion Chicago Bulls at the Chicago Stadium. And a good evening. Welcome to New Jersey Nets basketball. Spencer Ross along with Bill Raftery. The Nets, such optimism, winning 12 of 15. It has now turned to the opposite side as they have lost 7 in a row. And Bill Raftery, what a tough place to come to open up following the All-Star break against a team that's finally lost a couple in a row.
Well, so much for relaxing. You're right. This is a tough schedule, and Bill will mention that a little bit later. But this club had a bad road trip, but Phil Jackson thinks it's helped them. He thinks they needed some close games. They had to be in situations where they had to use their timeouts and try and come up with big baskets. But the Nets always seem to get them after a loss or after some problems. It's happened twice before, this being the third. So not an easy way to start for Bill Fitch and company.
And as you said, the situation with Chicago, there was so much talk about that winning 70, and Phil Jackson almost happy that they've lost a couple.
Well, coaches always have a way of saying, well, that's what we wanted after it happened. I meant to hit that golf ball behind that tree, right? I think what he felt was like each game was a loss would negate that opportunity. I think they were frozen in time versus just playing them game by game.
Well, as far as the Nets are concerned, we've talked about the bottom side of what's happened, and Mookie Blaylock also out of the lineup with a knee injury. He may be lost for 10 days to 2 weeks. And earlier, Bill had an opportunity to ask Coach Bill Fitch just how difficult is this week for his ball club coming up.
Well, Bill, I'd say that it's a tough week coming up, but it doesn't get any tougher than it does tonight. I think coming off the All-Star break, playing the world champs, playing them here, that's a tough assignment. So it should make Philadelphia, and Cleveland a little softer, but you know that's a tough route to go. You get a little break and then four games in 5 nights. But I would hope that we'd rebound, come back and play tough and get back on the right side of the win and loss ledger.
They make you pay for your vacations, don't they?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know what vacation they're talking about. I spent mine traveling from Orlando to New Jersey to Chicago. So I would say, though, the team is going to pay for theirs playing the 4 games, as you mentioned.
Well, tomorrow night, Philadelphia in Philadelphia, then Philadelphia at the Meadowlands Friday night. Hope to see you out there. Then off to Cleveland on Saturday night. Did he say that's a lighter side of things?
Well, he won't say that Saturday, but it is a tough run. But if they can get back to the way they played before the Western trip, in Portland, they showed signs of that, but it's such a mental thing, Spencer, and they had it going, and you don't know where it goes when it does go, but hopefully they'll rejuvenate and maybe step forward a little bit. I mean, they've got some talent, and I'd like to see them just coordinated and accomplish some goals by the end of the year.
Now, Kenny Anderson will be in the starting lineup tonight for the New Jersey Nets, his second consecutive start. Had some good minutes in the Nets' last ball game, but the Nets did not play well in Washington.
Now, I missed that game, but everybody was so down at the performance. But here's a chance for Kenny Anderson maybe to step forward. We all know some of the things he can do, but right from the beginning he has to get everybody involved. And then if the shot comes, take it. He's got some talent. It's a nice situation for him, I think, against the defending champions, so it won't be easy.
Okay, it is the Nets up against the Chicago Bulls, and another packed house here at the Chicago Stadium, and they get mighty loud. So check the volume on your TV set. We'll take a break and get back with the starting lineups. So that's against the Bulls coming up right after this. Back here at Chicago Stadium, and as we mentioned, another packed house on hand for the Chicago Bulls. And Phil Jackson on the sidelines. You mentioned Phil coaching the Eastern Division NBA All-Stars. And for Phil Jackson, little comeuppance, right, Bill Raftery?
Well, it doesn't happen to the Bulls staff during the course of the year, but one of the most inspirational of situations. I think you'd agree with me.
Oh, that was, to me, I've never seen anything like that.
Oh, it was delightful. Just sat back, enjoyed it. Terrific tribute to Magic and the NBA, as a matter of fact.
Starting lineups being introduced.
7-1 from Kentucky, Sam Bowie. At one guard from Georgia Tech,
And in the backcourt, it'll be Kenny Anderson, the rookie from Georgia Tech, and Dražen Petrović. Bill Fitch on the sidelines. The Nets come into this ball game with a record of 19 up and 28 down. As we said, it gets very loud here, and they haven't even scored a basket yet.
That's the rousing ovation that we get when we enter our house. Very similar.
Phil Jackson, one of 9 men in the history of the NBA who have won championships as players and as coaches. Of course, a member of the great Knickerbocker teams, late 60s, early 70s, coached by the legendary great Red Holtzman. Selma didn't pay me to say that, by the way.
You don't have to with me anyhow.
That's right.
We all agree on that.
He is the greatest in my mind. Okay, the referees tonight: Jackie Neese, George Tolliver, and Derek Stafford. So the Nets come out onto the floor, and we await the Chicago Bulls.
You like this atmosphere, don't you?
Oh, this atmosphere is incredible.
There's Big
It's gotten
Bill.
very quiet suddenly, hasn't it?
Well, look at Kerr with the mask and Tom. Well, he usually slaps the powder. Johnny lacks for humor, doesn't he?
Oh, Johnny Kerr is certainly one of the really funny people. Upper Deck compliments of that sky cam that we're seeing right here, right now. And we're set for the opening tip. It'll be between Sam Bowie and Bill Cartwright. And Jackie Neese, who looks like he spent a few days in Florida over the All-Star break. Bowie wins the tip, but Michael Jordan wins the basketball. So Chicago has the ball and we're underway. Here's Cartwright against Bowie. Michael Jordan.
Penetration, something Dražen has really improved defensively at stopping the dribble.
It's a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Bulls. Here's Derek Coleman firing away, and we're all even at 2-2. Scottie Pippen brings it in the forecourt. This is Grant.
A lot of people talking about this freewheeling offense, enabling guys like Grant and Pippen to improve.
Sam should have had that rebound.
You know, I think he thought somebody would help. Look at this.
You got to put a body on Mr. Grant. So the Nets are down 4-2. Petrović.
A runner, and Dirk doing a nice job on the glass.
Coleman has it knocked away, picked up by Anderson, has it knocked away, and Michael Jordan has the ball. Leads it to Grant.
But he can stop so quickly, Michael. Use the floor.
Extra pass by Grant and a nice feed underneath. Here is Anderson to Chris Morris. And we're tied at 4. Remember, of course, the last time the Nets were here is a game they would like to forget. 140-96 they were beaten by the Bulls. 44-point differential. And then the Nets started playing some really good basketball. Jordan.
Nice.
Good feed to Cartwright.
Go to the goal.
Cartwright, the former Knickerbocker, will be a subject of our halftime piece tonight.
So they're so good defensively, but they score easily. I mean, they're explosive. They're good in the half-court set. Just a dilemma to play against.
It's interesting when they lost to Phoenix in their last game. Their game notes is Chris Morris is second in a row. So poor shooting by the Bulls. They shot 47%. Yeah. That's not poor shooting for the Bulls. It is. This is Grant. 4 points for Grant. And the Bulls lead it by a score of 8-6. Coleman.
Nice
and
step.
Foul. Yeah.
Nice step through.
Bring your body in.
Yeah, and Grant.
Jackie Neese back from Florida, I think, over the holidays, standing right in front of us.
Well, a little relaxation for everybody. The wars begin quickly. Bill, looking forward to this week. Philly back-to-back. The round mound, no longer, but
remember
still
that round of rebound.
He's stepped into another category now. Can carry his club, and they've had a tough day. This is a big beginning for the Sixers. I think they've been struggling.
Yeah. We're all even at 8. We played nearly 3 minutes of this first quarter here at Chicago Stadium. This is Pippen.
Can't turn him into a goal.
And Cartwright will go to the line. You know, you mentioned the All-Star game, and one thing I noticed, the intensity on Michael Jordan's face. Yes, it was Magic Johnson's show, but Michael Jordan doesn't like losing by 30, 40.
No, he doesn't.
You could see he was into it.
He doesn't like losing at anything, much like his mentor at North Carolina. I mean,
Mr.
Dean,
Smith.
for $1 Nassau, you know, might start the engine of the cart just to throw you off. That was just amazing, though, the performance at the end when he took, or Isaiah tried to take him, then Michael tried to take him, then they tried to shut him out, and Magic delivering threes at will. But this particular play, Derek gambled left and turned Cartwright to the goal. You got to regain position. A little full court pressure.
Petrović, aware that Cartwright was the man with him, just brought it back out. Anderson to Coleman.
Pretty.
Derek finds Morris.
Wow.
And Mo got it off. He'll try and do it again, and he does.
Now you talk about defense, huh? Michael
Jordan
can do it all.
And the Nets have regained the lead at 10-9.
Nice cut here, Paxson.
Pippen, another offensive rebound. Jordan.
Look at this.
To Pippen. Look.
Stays up longer. That's why he's such a great passer. I mean, maintains that level between floors.
Hang time.
He's the X on the elevator. You know, the first 10 are empty. The floors start 11 up. Michael's just hanging for the first 10.
Little offensive hand checking by Cartwright that time.
Good give up.
And kicked out of bounds by Paxson.
And Kenny should have taken that.
Yeah, that's what Dražen said to him. Go up with it.
I think the concern, and rightfully so, was Michael was going to be coming in, and he's great at stripping from the rear. And the coaches got a rest, too. Bill mentioned he was down in Orlando. Tom Newell, you can't fall asleep. Jordan's there. But Tom Newell got a chance to get out to Washington, check in with the family, which is great.
Grant,
easy cut.
Second in the league in field goal percentage. He has 6 points here in this first quarter. And another steal. 3 against 2. Jordan.
What do you need? I'll deliver. Simple. Don't turn it over. Look at him regain foot position there.
3-point lead for the Bulls. Petrović for three, and Dražen, who had trouble in the three-point shooting contest in Orlando.
And why was that?
Well, he wears a size 12 and a half. He said he was wearing 15s. That's why he kept touching the line.
He did pretty well, though, right?
Yeah,
First time, look at this alley-oop. Oh, that's a guide goal. Maybe a God guide goal.
That's amazing. You know, I mean, you talk about finishing off plays. He makes the beauties, and he finishes them, too, which is just incredible.
That was just a gorgeous piece of basketball. And Paxson gets called for the reach-in, but Michael, just extraordinary. Impressive. Every time you come watch him, you see something new.
Association and the New Jersey Nets intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA, the Nets, and Sports Channel is prohibited. Well, the Nets have hit 6 of 8 from the floor, and they're losing by 2. Gives you an idea of what you're up against when you play the Bulls.
A couple of turnovers leading to easy goals. And the last time Sam had trouble, Cartwright rode him out, if you recall.
Yeah.
And I know you have great retention. If he makes these, you're in trouble. And he has been doing that consistently.
Nets are in trouble. Jordan with 8 quick points here in this first quarter, and the Bulls lead it by 4 with 6:15 left.
And they're close on their pressure to causing problems, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Their quick feet and their ability to reestablish on the dribble make it awfully hard.
Looking to post up Coleman. Petrović.
Nice.
Morris, good rebound and a good save. Got it over to Anderson. Dražen.
Tough shot, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks easy, but it's not.
There's the first mistake tonight, and he doesn't make many during the game.
Don't put it in play in the paint for the other team.
Throw it up in the air or down the floor if possible, or come down out of bounds.
8 points for Morris. Knocked away by Morris. Picked up by Anderson. Nets are running.
Nice run.
Petrović.
Nice.
And Dražen puts it home. Pretty feat.
Wasn't a good look, and Dražen gave him the opportunity. And Special K responds.
We're even at 19 and 19. 6 tie of this first quarter.
Tough down here now, right? He posts you up. He can take bigger guys. Tough assignment for Dražen.
They're looking to double team Anderson, aren't they?
Good
Pretty look.
use of the 10. It sure was. I think anytime they can take away his vision. Wow, what a catch by Grant.
And Grant with 8 points. 7 ties in this first quarter.
Pretty good looking assist, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think they can hide Kenny's nice cut by Sam.
That's a 3-point attempt for Morris, and that hits up over the 24-second clock, and it'll go over.
A lot of clubs like you to back dribble towards half court when they double, and now you've got to turn the shoulder. You can't see people as easily, and they're bigger than Kenny Anderson, so it's effective. Little back cut.
Pippen knocked away out of bounds. And you can tell, really, Bill, I think it's part of their game plan. They're looking immediately to trap Kenny. Go right after him.
And they also have that quick hitting ability on offense. So they quick hit you on defense, bang that little flash post and back cut the other end. So they complement.
Jordan counted if it goes. Petrović will pick up the foul. That's it's not a new move. He has so many of them. That palm ball fake of his that I saw him pull about a week ago against Phoenix was just marvelous.
He does so many things, doesn't he? He uses the glass great. I think he makes things up as he does go into the air. I mean, a lot of guys have to apply for a flight plan. He obviously doesn't have the FAA. He doesn't have those commitments, huh? Total aviation.
No, he can make them up as he goes, and he is his own air traffic controller, right?
And he can own his own airline.
That's 10 points in this first quarter. He gets 24 the first time these teams met, 27 the second. The trap again.
Yep. Good job with the dribble. And a little late.
Yeah.
Derek had Paxson, but you got to see it quickly.
And here's Pippen. He glides.
Nice job.
Coleman wins it. Good lead to Petrović.
3.
And Dražen, that time, did he have his foot on the line?
I didn't see the home run signal.
Yep,
Yeah, they finally
3-pointer.
gave it. He usually assists them.
Yeah, he usually tells the refs.
Yeah.
I had it.
Nice job by Dražen to take away the back cut.
Here's Pippen. And his outside shooting has just gotten better and better, averaging over 21 a game.
Well, earlier people used to slide behind that pick. You can't anymore. He'll do what he just did.
Bulls lead at 25-24. 3:20 left first quarter. Petrović shooting quickly.
Got him to learn how to do that.
Dražen with 10 points here in this first quarter.
And Pippen is shocked on that quick release.
Pippen. Makes it 2 in a row. He has 6. And the Bulls by 1. Under 3 minutes left first quarter. Good first quarter. Coleman over Grant. Rebound Grant.
Not too many second chances, huh?
The team in white's gotten a few.
Yeah, oh yeah, I meant for the Nets.
Yeah.
Pretty sound defense. Look at that little push. He does a good job. But he'll get you moving towards the lane and then ensure with the right hand as he then drop steps left.
Cartwright with 5 points. Pippen helping out on the trap. Knocked it away, but Bowie picks it up. And a timeout call with 2:15 left in this first quarter. High scoring first quarter. Good shooting on the part of both teams. Nets over 60%. The Bulls over 70. We'll take a timeout. 29-26 Chicago. When you're hot, you're hot. The Nets have been hot here in the early going. And Dražen Petrović in particular.
You got to get the quick hitters against them, Spencer. I think they play real good half-court defense, and Draž checking with the coaches to see if it's 3. Now, what happened on that play with the Nets and the timeout, Bill Fitch had been up calling for timeout in the backcourt, and once they got it over, now they were committed to calling the timeout. So it sort of diffused what they were trying to do.
And it gives them only 12 now on the 24-second clock.
See if they can get a good one out of it.
Anderson, pretty good shot. Jordan with the rebound. Nets down 3. 2:02 left first quarter.
2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
They do use the whole half court, don't they?
Will Purdue's in now. This is Grant.
Nice job by Coleman challenging.
Purdue, second chance, third chance.
Key time right now as they spread it to 5. What type of shot you take and how you counter with your balance.
Now the Nets stayed close in the first quarter last time here in Chicago. By quarter's end, they were down 8. And that possibility exists once again. Pippen with a good catch to Jordan. What's going to happen here? Never would have guessed it, huh?
No. And I'm not so sure that there wasn't an out-of-bounds violation there in favor of the Nets on that play. John Paxson may have gotten away with one.
8-0 run here by the Bulls to open up a 7-point lead with 1:05 left in this first quarter. Jordan against Petrović.
Sam hasn't really touched it much down there, has he?
And it'll still be net ball. 3 on the 24.
By the way, that's easy to do. Hit Purdue's foot.
Yes, he's Dražen might have been wearing his shoes in Orlando.
We could take a little float on the Chicago River in those.
B.J. Armstrong in for Paxson. Morris has to fire it. Petrović, great rebound. And Jordan has it.
Nice foul.
Good foul, indeed. Only the 3rd on the Nets in the first and the final 2 minutes. And they had a 2-0 breakdown floor. If Jordan makes the catch, they've got an easy deuce.
Kenny very alert, though. That play and defensively. See, this is where he's tough, I think. Nice hustle by Purdue.
And he lost it out of bounds. Jackie Neese says net ball.
It's always a nice sound to officials. Look at this.
Another steal.
Didn't need it.
Nope.
Oh,
That's pretty. Grant. And what was a close ball game has become a 9-point differential.
explosive. You can't hurt yourself.
And that was this team.
Yeah, right there. That was a case in point. Derek with an errant pass, and let them, and they can play with you too, which breaks your psyche down.
Thrown away. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Pippen at the buzzer. Count it. Big run by the Bulls to close out the quarter. The Nets were up 1, and Chicago goes on a 12-0 run to close out the first quarter, and they open up a 36, check that, a 37-26 lead. We'll get back. Back here at Chicago Stadium, where the Bulls have run off the last 12 points to turn a 1-point deficit into an 11-point lead. And watch this play. Jordan to Pippen at the buzzer to close it out. Some other players would have looked at the clock with 2.5, 3 seconds to go and said, I got to rush a shot for midcourt. He looked around for Scottie Pippen.
He knew the time. He got it with about 3 and had a good feel for it, obviously. And they just, as I said to you at the break, should get more points for their goals.
That's right.
But they're so pretty.
Well, we take a look at the Bulls at the All-Star break this year. 39-9. You go back to last year, 32-14. And the year before, 28-19. Not chopped liver either, but you can see the improvement as this team has molded itself into the premier team in the NBA.
Well, coaching staff intact and comfortable. A sensational performer who wants to win and demands it. A guy who became a sensational performer. And others who just get better, and their great players make them better.
Terry Mills in the lineup for the Nets now. Mills, Morris, Bowie, Tate George, and at the point guard, and Dražen Petrović. Here's Sam over Purdue. Jordan the rebound.
Not able to shoot it, Spence.
And Pippen has it swiped by Morris. Tate George, Petrović. And Sam couldn't get that pass, a little bit behind it.
Yeah, not a good selection of passes.
Jordan.
Take him out.
And the tip by Grant.
And while we have a moment, the family of Budweiser beers is proud of all the friendships they've helped make. So when they remind you to know when, to say when, it's all in the name of friendship.
14 in a row for the Bulls now. Petro.
Nice dip.
And that's down 11.
Boy, can he cut without the ball, Pippen, huh? So he set him up. Everybody thought it was a guard around. A little screen by Jordan. And stepped down the gut.
New Jersey, personal foul 3.
Scott Williams in the lineup now replaces Grant. Grant leaves with 12 points. Hit 6 of 8 from the floor. Pulled down 3 rebounds. Pretty good start for Horace Grant.
A lot of people thought he should have made the team. All-star team, that is.
Yeah, there was a lot of griping here in Chicago.
And rightfully so when you think of it. They won the championship, and they're unable to get a third, while other situations.
Jordan will get a rest now as Craig Hodges won his 3rd consecutive 3-point championship at the All-Star game. Comes into the lineup.
The Dublin out of this. Terry Mills a little trouble with the ice.
Tate George. Hey, we keep saying about Tate, his shot is getting better. He's getting confidence in it. Pippen. Williams lost it out of bounds. It'll go over to the Nets. 10:29 left in the first half. Nets are down by 11, 41-30. And this is a time with Jordan on the bench that the Nets have to get back in the ball
They sure
game
do.
if they're going to.
And the other concern is when Bill goes to the bench, things have not been as strong as they were during their run a month ago.
The absence of Mookie Blaylock certainly hurts. No doubt about that. Sam Bowie with the hook. Rebound Petrović.
Nice kick
look.
out. Yep.
Petro took it away from Pippen. Morris. Ball fake against Purdue.
Heck of an effort, huh? I thought maybe when he first went up, he should have just shot it.
Yeah.
Well, then when he came down, he really had to work for that goal. Nice shot selection.
And Mo with 10 points now, and the Nets are with a 9. Had been down 13. Armstrong.
Speaking of improved shooting.
Yeah. BJ shooting nearly 50% from the floor this year.
BJ was up at Iowa the other day during the break at his alma mater's game.
Petro. Purdue had it knocked away. Petro getting these offensive rebounds.
Yeah, he's really possessed at this point.
He's skying. Petrović with 14 points now.
And Dražen with a little easier assignment. He just got to stay home on Hodges versus MJ. Good job by Chris Morris.
Cut the baseline off on Pippen, but here's Pippen with an easier opportunity, but deflected out of bounds. It'll still be Chicago ball.
That was an explosive little run by the Bulls at the end of the quarter. They do have some people who can come at you, but Nets have their legs a little bit. Not bad. Get back in this thing.
Down 9. With Bill Raftery, Spencer Ross back here in Chicago, and that's trying to battle back down 9, and Dražen Petrović has been the man with a hot hand.
Well, you know what he's done here, Spencer? Obviously active without the ball, but pursuing it as well. You mentioned earlier a big rebound over the back, and this one just hustle. And that's something he'll give you every night. Now,
Man works, doesn't he?
can you make it contagious?
That's the big problem. Yes. Can he? Watching again right here.
And this is one of your sponsors, Trading Card Cam. But running it down. And the key, I think, as Mills and Tate George become the 6th and 7th people, how they perform.
That is a key.
Because the Bulls do have some depth.
9-point lead for Chicago. Pippen inbound with 8:53 left in the first half.
Nice job by Dražen.
Mills has his pocket picked by Hodges, but gets it back. Watch out behind you, Tate George.
Good give up by Mills. Didn't have anything. Pried a little bit. Now, if Sam could just ball fake, I like that. Go to the goal a little, but he's not shooting it. You notice?
Mills. Let's try and keep it alive. Scottie Pippen comes down with it. Bills on the run to Purdue. He's 7 feet, 240 pounds, but he knows if he runs the floor, good things are going to happen.
They're so unselfish. You got to run the floor. Scottie Pippen has stepped into that arena of playmaker whilst doing many other things. Here, caught in the air, somewhat of a bailout. Well, will Purdue slam it? You sure did.
Here's Cliff Livingston in the lineup replacing Pippen. You talk about Pippen as a playmaker. You know, the immediate thing, who leads the Bulls in assists? You'd say Michael Jordan. No, it's Scottie Pippen.
At 7, well, Michael's 6'2". 6.2, I should say. Not to throw people off.
Coleman back in the lineup now. DC, and he drew the foul from Williams. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Chicago personal foul, 42, Scott Williams is first, the team second.
45-34, Chicago by 11.
Well, he got away with that, huh? Not a good shot by He's got to do things quicker. Fortunate to get to the line.
5 points now for Coleman. Last couple of games, going back to Portland and the LA Clippers, Derek, the great talent indeed, trying to do a little too much by himself. And
also people looking for him, so he's got to become more creative and selective. They do a nice job cutting. I mean, they don't let you stand still so you can bulk up or position. Look at these cuts underneath.
5 in the 24. Livingston.
Not a good shot, but a good cut. Bad.
It's over to Tate George.
Another bad one, huh?
Petro.
You know, Tate got caught, but did the right thing, the old weave. You know, bring the guy into the play, and you can take his defender out of it.
16 points now for Petrović. Nets are within 7. Williams, so you got to get your hands up.
Exactly. Derek did a nice job, except those conjunctions. But, however,
a
lot of guys miss a day's pay because of that, huh? Nice slip by Chris.
And Coleman and Mills were there.
And Mills gets nailed.
New Jersey foul, Jerry Mills is first, the team's second.
And the ball will go over to Chicago. 47-38. Chicago with the lead. 6:51 remaining in the first half. We're at Chicago Stadium where our tootsies are freezing. I mean, our toes freeze here. We're on the ice.
I'll see if I can get some slippers for you at halftime. Nice play by Derek here again, and the slap back.
Mills, Petrović, Dražen to Mills, pretty feed.
And Terry with the hands up, too. Great look. Nice little run right now.
That's within 7. B.J. Armstrong counted and won. What were you saying?
Well, he just took advantage, and a great shot going left. The kiss coming back to the right, and that little hesitation. Hardaway does that changeover between the legs. That's not quite on that level, but extremely effective that time.
Tate George picks up the foul, and B.J. Armstrong at the line to try and complete the three-point play. 49-40, the Bulls up by 9. Tomorrow night, the Nets in Philly. Friday night, back at the Meadowlands against Philadelphia. We hope to see you out there. And Saturday night, they head to Cleveland to take on the very difficult Cavaliers.
Yeah, at a healthy price. Look at this move. Oh,
Eric Coleman.
A little shake hand.
But they come back in transition so quickly and so well.
Let's respond, though. Don't give up the easy ones and don't hurt yourself.
Livingston bounces off Mills and puts it home.
Guys, make that. It sort of buoys them.
Yeah.
Holds them up.
Tate George. Whoa, forceful move. And the Nets again with an 8.
Pretty deep club, though, aren't they, when you think of it?
The Bulls?
Yeah, Williams getting more minutes.
He'll give you a minute to breathe. Hodges hits a 2-pointer.
So he gets a rash if he goes inside the three-point line. Why go in there with the big guys? Nice move by Chris here.
Dudley gets back.
Chris said he went down to Florida to relax.
It's a nice place to relax.
Yeah, said the weather was so-so, but had some buddies.
Hodges. Coleman with the rebound. And we'll get a foul. Williams will pick it up.
So tempting, huh? Scott Williams has done a nice job as King comes in, and Doug Lee as well.
Doug Lee for Dražen Petrović.
But it's so tempting when you're with a dribbler to reach in as Scotty did.
Williams leaves now, and Stacey King in the lineup for the first time. Dudley had Coleman, didn't see it.
No, he got turned the wrong way.
And a jump ball, Mills, as Cliff Livingston came up behind him.
Well, Chris got it to the makeable pass, which was important, and just a pretty defensive play from the rear. Not much you can do.
Ball will go over to Chicago. Michael Jordan set to come back in. They like to run that high post
And the back cut
off it.
yeah, you know. And you've got to move. And weak side, they get some action, so you can't help. Look at this. But he made that one.
Yeah, look good. Stacey King.
Pretty good on the box.
Coleman against King.
Oh,
And
tough
a little
one.
too hard
Yeah.
for Dudley.
Not catchable.
4:22 remaining in the half. Michael Jordan back in the lineup, replaces Craig Hodges. Now here's where the Nets have to really dig in over the final 420.
And Lee has to as well, right? Bad calf and all. Getting a couple of minutes. And look who he's got. Nice help by Dudley now.
But who's got Purdue?
Lee does, but they don't go to a clear out. You know, he walked. He slid back. But he is, who is?
He's Michael Jordan.
Well, some people. Not that bad though.
Now I've seen
Not
worse.
for him. He had a few toes on the floor.
Well, he's improved in so many aspects of his game. You take a look at Michael's body too. You know, he spends time in the weight room, does everything to perfect his game. Kenny Anderson back in, replaces Tate George.
And during the All-Star break, he perfected his other game. 36 holes a day.
That's right, yeah.
And Timmy Helms said he had a 76 at one of the resort courses with a pro. Had him, Timmy being the PR man here with the Bulls. He'll be on the senior tour, watch.
He's gonna
someday. Well, yeah, it's 50.
He gave up this game right now. I give him 2 years. He could be on the.
Oh, I don't know. That game's so tough. You've got to perfect a gorgeous swing and repeat it time in and time out. Nice little jump hook.
That's the only game where the guys you play with are rooting for you to miss. Right?
Yeah, you're right. Well, actually, they feel they play a nice little play here, but look at the defense. Yeah, Dudley and Coleman, but good response.
Anderson. Dudley on the tip.
He didn't stay back. He ran the whole floor.
And the Nets are within 5 with 3:20 left in the half. Cliff Livingston.
They run that little cut off the back as Lee steps on the line. They'll have a low post guy and a forward and a guy about the foul line extended, and they run little bumps, hide behind them, pop to the corner, or cut to the ball.
And have all options.
Yeah, it's very tough to defend.
Right? Yeah.
You're on your own quite a bit.
Jordan clobbered as he goes up, and the foul will go against Chris Dudley. So Jordan will go to the line to shoot 2. Dudley's second personal.
Little pop out to the corner, and in the air, he is masterful. But look at the strength to get it up on the glass, knowing he was going to get the whistle.
So Jordan back in the line once again with 3:04 left in this first half. Bulls had a big 14-point run. Paxson back in the lineup now. That 14-point run closed out the first quarter into the second quarter, and they led it 39-26. We haven't seen Cartwright at all in the second quarter.
No, not at all. Well, that's why Scotty and King and Will Perdue give them flexibility. Doesn't demand a lot of minutes. 23 a game by Cartwright all year. Look at his hands.
Take a closer look at Bill Cartwright here at halftime. Just got it in the forecourt in time. Mills. Ooh. High archer. Jordan with the rebound.
King right on him. Forced the high one. Doug Lee with the, look at this, over the glass.
And we'll get a timeout right here as Jordan left the floor with a big smile on his face as he tried to put that one up. Nets are down 7. Timeout. Thursday on Sports Channel, the New Jersey Devils host the tough Vancouver Canucks at 7:30. The Devils and Canucks Thursday night at 7:30. Pre-game at 7:15. Live and exclusive on Sports Channel. The Gorilla in from Phoenix.
Excited.
He's excited.
Well, this building has their fair share. And that
he left somebody out on the floor now with a blindfold, and he was going to leap over him, and then he just walked off the floor and left him there holding the ball over his head. He puts on a great show.
He sure does. Michael laughing as he watched it. But, you know, if he hadn't cleared that bull, he could have a peculiar voice.
That's right. Jordan now with 16 points in this first half, and the Bulls lead it by 8 with 2:37 remaining, 58-50. They have shot 65% from the floor. The Nets at 52%. Anderson takes it to the hoop. Doug Lee in the follow.
Nice pressure they applied by great pass, and then Kenny strong to the goal. And they are running that 1-2-1-1 press with effect.
Jordan again. Oh, he got a foul there.
He sure did. Showed you his strength, didn't he? Making it while taking it.
Yes, and he took it. 19 points for Jordan here in the first half. Bulls lead by 9. Mills, that's good position. Ooh.
Sure was. And nice timing as he let both Pippen and Jordan go by.
61-54. Chicago by 7. Alley-oop. He just missed it by half a second and then almost laid it in.
The pass was off,
Yeah.
and he still made it work, or almost made it work.
Coleman had eyes for 3.
Give it to... Excuse me.
Okay, coach.
I was coaching a little.
Doug Lee with the 3-pointer.
Well, he's there. Give it.
Give it to him. 61-57. That's a close within 4. Doug Lee can shoot the basketball.
So can that guy. And this guy.
And this guy. And that guy. And these guys. And that's with an opportunity to close within 2 now, with 1:05 left in the first half.
Some good minutes by Doug Lee, huh?
Coleman against Grant. Ooh.
Nice strength, too, and a good run. Much like the Bulls closed out the first quarter, the Nets now forcing the Bulls to call a 20 and reorganize.
61-59. The Nets have battled from 13 behind, and Phil Jackson's not very happy about what he is seeing. Chicago's lost 2 in a row. They've won 12 in a row here at Chicago Stadium. They've beaten the Nets 14 straight here in Chicago.
And some of them have been of the embarrassing variety.
The last one in particular.
Oh, yeah, last one was grueling. But when you've got this guy on your team who can not only shoot it, but put it on the floor and challenge and take a shot and live to handle it. I liked his humility in talking about the incident with the official, too. You know, that he learned something from it.
Tossed out of the game.
Yeah, that he shouldn't be doing something like that. But you see the strength. He warded off with the right arm, but not of the illegal variety. But that shows another side of him. A competitor.
He has man's never taken a bad step, has he?
He's got tremendous strength. I think that's what you have to hang up there that long.
He also has 21 points. Pressure's bothered the Nets.
Good drive draw.
And Anderson puts it home.
The dish complimented by the hang time by the Rook.
That should get it back. There are 5 seconds difference between the game and the 24-second clock. Nets are within 2 with 22 seconds left in the first half.
Tough assignment for Chris.
And the Nets can play for the final shot here. 10 seconds. Anderson checks the clock. Oh, what a move by Special K. Long lead and Mills knocks it down. Throws it at the buzzer, and the Nets will leave the floor all even at 63-63 as they battle from 13 behind.
You never know, do you? And a lot of good time by the bench contributing to counter a pretty fair half by MJ.
And Bill Fitch heading back to the locker room. He got some help from his bench tonight. Mills with 4, Dudley with 6, Tate George with 4, Doug Lee with 5. The bench doing a good job for the Nets. The Nets hitting 57% from the floor, and more than in this ball game. They're all even at 63-63.
A pretty solid defense. They helped out on Michael Jordan. They started to screen off, didn't give second opportunities. But also the offense forceful in nature. I mean, not backing off, which can happen in this building.
So at halftime, we're all even at 63 and 63. We'll get back right after this. New Jersey Nets basketball, we've got an offer and a real good one. You choose 2 out of the following 3 games and you'll receive an NBA Hoop Sports Bag absolutely free. Select from the following games. Friday, February 14th as the Nets take on Charles Barkley and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on February 25th against the Celtics, and Monday, March 30th, David Robinson and the San Antonio Spurs. A limited quantity of these bags are available. Operators standing by. Take your order. Have your credit card ready. Call now 201-935-8888. Great game. Sixers, Celtics, Spurs. Pick 2 of 3. Get that beautiful NBA Hoop Sports Bag absolutely free. 201-935-8888. Well, Spencer Ross, Bill Raftery back here. That's Lou Goldstein. Many of you folks in the New York area, you've seen him on ABC's Network Stars, Wide World of Sports, and you folks who go up to the Catskills at Grossinger. He is the king of Simon Says and has such a great time. He's traveling around the NBA, putting on a show, and he's got this crowd into him.
He does. They're all excited, as the Nets fans should be. A terrific performance, and I hope the Nets do as Bill says. Fitch, that is, right. in the second half. But I thought their defense was aggressive. They didn't back off, and maybe the All-Star break just what they needed. Let's hope so.
Well, a 13-point deficit at the end of the quarter. Interesting, both teams outscored the other by 11. 37-26 Bulls first quarter. Nets come back and outscore Chicago 37-26. But Jordan, great first half, 21 points. Petrović with 16.
Well, Petra, I think, is the guy that kept them in there when they were struggling. But yet you got to compliment the bench, and particularly Kenny Anderson, who started the game, penetrated, didn't really have some problems with the press, although the bigger guys did on occasion. And I think he got into the teeth of the defense, and they did some old-fashioned things where they drove, draw, and gave the basketball up. So, good performance, but we know this Bulls team can spurt, Spencer, so you've got to be prepared. Don't hurt yourself. I think that's something they'll drum in to the players' ears.
Okay, it was, remember the last time we were here, a 44-point differential. We'll take a break and get back. We're all even at 63 all here at halftime. In Chicago, we're all even at 63 and 63. The Nets against the Chicago Bulls. We'll take a break when we get back. Judy Jettelson of Sports Channel Chicago will take a look at the Bulls. Bill Cartwright.
Style we know as Michael, or the speed of a Scotty. Instead, he offers his own lumbering grace, like only he can do.
Left side, Cartwright slams!
So in case you haven't heard, after breaking his hand in November, number 24 is back with that unmistakable shot and that equally unmistakable voice.
After being off 6.5 weeks, you find yourself out on the floor, ready, jumping, and moving as fast as you can. And it's kind of a period where you're kind of out of flow.
Well, I think Bill is not quite in the sync that he wants to be with this team, but his stability and his defense inside is always going to be a big help for us when we face bigger centers who, try to establish that inside post-up defense or offensive game. And his neutralization of other big men has really been helpful for us.
And he was out for a long period of time, and he says that his hand still bothers him a little bit, but I think it's a lot of it's more mental than physical, and it's just a situation where he's got to get back into the flow, and it's not going to happen immediately.
Time, patience, and practice. 3 words athletes never seem to get tired of hearing or saying. But how frustrating is it for a veteran like Cartwright to be off for such a long spell?
Well, it's frustrating to the extent that, for one thing, to have the injury. But also, you understand that you don't want to rush back because right now at this period of time, or at that period of time, there was plenty of time to get back.
In Cartwright's 6.5-week absence, backup Stacey King and Will Perdue hung very tough. So you have to ask, is that something starter Cartwright should worry about?
No,
I don't think so. Bill knows my feelings that he's forever the starting center if he's injured, and until he doesn't play as well as Stacey will Purdue, he's going to have that job, and he's the co-captain of the team, and we rely on him.
I've always said to give anybody some minutes, and they'll be more productive, and that's just what happened. The reality of that is that makes us a better team.
So for now, it's the other guys, Purdue, King, and Scotty Williams, who are back doing the center shuffle.
Kind of a difficult situation for the rest of the centers, with the fact that Bill's going to take up a lot of playing time. But we just got to make do with what we get.
Here at Chicago Stadium, all even at 63-63. Spencer Ross along with Bill Raftery. A first quarter that started off positively for the Nets, and then that big 14-point run that was by Chicago. They opened up a 13-point lead, and the Nets didn't pack it in. Give them credit, they came back and played very, very well.
And usually the guy that leads it for the Bulls happens to be Michael Jordan.
And he did okay.
And the one thing you always forget about how good a passer he is. And he sets up his teammates, and I don't think you'd ever accuse him of being a jocker or a jock in the jargon or lexicon of the playground. He's an unselfish player.
The interesting thing, Connie Hawkins was talking about that last week. He said, when I did it, I was a hot dog. I was a hot dog, and now it's accepted. And really, Hawkins, who deservedly is in the Hall of Fame right now, is the guy who really started it all, the forerunner of Dr. J and Michael.
Times have changed, fortunately, and it's show business. As he said, now it's showtime. When I did it, it was hot doggy. And the Hawk, fortunately, in the Hall of Fame, but I think Michael Jordan will be there also. And by the way, before we show our highlights, Mike O'Korn, Jordan just come over here to say hello.
Yeah.
And he said, "Where's Spinarkle?" Do you know what that means? North Carolina Duke. Right.
Where's Spinarkle? Jimmy didn't show up this time after what happened last week with Duke against North Carolina. You speak of Michael Jordan. Well, let's take a look at some of these highlights.
Well, then maybe he does have his account. Spinarkle could have Jordan's account.
Right.
But here's the drive. Give it to Cartwright, who didn't play a lot of minutes, as noted, and the completion. And then we have another one. Drive, get people to pay attention. Cartwright with those 10 minutes, and then give it to Pippen. So he has an awful lot of options. And when you think of it, though, maybe that's why he was looking for Spinarkle. Maybe he invested some money for Jordan, and he's gone bye-bye. Jimmy does radio and TV for the Nets, and a Duke grad, All-American. So the give and take of the Tar Heels and the Dukies.
Yeah, that's quite a battle, of course, down in the state of North Carolina. And in the first half, all even at 63-63. We'll take a look at the Old Spice statistical scoreboard right now. The shooting, both teams shooting extremely well, over 50% from the floor for the Bulls in the first half. 62% for the Nets, 57%. The rebounding totals, the Nets with a bit of an edge. The turnovers just about even. The Nets 3 of 5 from three-point land. Dražen, Petrović, Chris Morris, and Derek Coleman, the leading scorers for the Nets, all in double figures. Jordan, Grant, and Pippen in double figures for the Chicago Bulls. The leading rebounders, but when you make all these shots, nobody's going to get a lot of rebounds. As you see, Morris, Coleman, and Petrović with 4 apiece for the Nets. Jordan leads the Bulls with 4 3-players with 3 rebounds apiece. So halftime here, we're all even at 63-63. And right now, let's check out the out-of-town Nobody Beats the Wiz scoreboard. Orlando leading Indiana 84-78. That game in the fourth quarter at Disneyland. Philadelphia leading Miami 109-93. That game in the fourth quarter. Atlanta over Charlotte 104-102 in the fourth. The Lakers lead Minnesota, but a close game in the third quarter at Minneapolis 76-73. San Antonio's opened up a 69-57 lead over the Celtics in the third quarter. Detroit 50-47 at halftime at Milwaukee. Cleveland at Utah just underway. Denver at Portland. Houston at Seattle. Washington at Golden State. All later starts. And right here, a 63-63 ball game. And how important the first 2-3 minutes of this third quarter, Bill?
Well, they're such a strong team mentally that you've got to be set. And the thought that I would always have just watching the Bulls is, hey, play your game. Try not to turn it over where you're going to lead to an open court fast break. Don't beat yourself and be solid. Now that all sounds very easy on paper. They can exploit you. But before we do get into the half,
Yep.
John Bach just dropped by.
Yes.
Fordham coach.
Yeah, Fordham,
Penn State, Golden State. And of course, here with Chicago finding a home, inquiring about Ed Conlon.
Oh, yeah. Well,
He's a great All-American and
he was his
NBA
coach?
performer. Yeah, at Fordham.
Fordham.
And of course, Eddie, a great NBA player when they had 8 teams, I might add.
Mm-hmm.
And yet how tough it was to make it in those days. Ed now a very successful insurance man in our area.
And the great, your college coach, Duty Moore. What great battles between Johnny Bach's Fordham teams and the Duquesne teams.
The Duquesne Dukes, huh?
Sayugo Green and Dick Ricketts. Oh. We're underway here in the third quarter. And Petrović fires for 3, and the Nets have grabbed the lead.
And
19 for Dražen.
Real nice job recognizing the double.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't leave Petro.
Nets lead at 66-63. Paxson, Jordan, the backcourt, Pippen, Grant, and Cartwright for the Bulls. Good feed to Bowie by guess who?
On the money, but Cartwright using his body and arms leads the league in paws.
In elbow.
PAWS.
Yes.
Always pawing away.
They got it right by Sam Bowie. Nets by 1.
Nice
Good
pass.
feed to Coleman. Derek, one more time.
Great luck by Morris. And not easy with the left hand to drop it down there.
68-65. Nets lead it by 3. Here's Scottie Pippen firing away, and he buries it. Interesting. Bulls came out real fast, and you did a lot of coaching during your day, and I am kind of trying to figure out what Phil Jackson did. What do you say to guys who are 39 and 9? You go in, you can yell and scream, but it doesn't make any sense. You just send them back out, go out and shoot, and let's play.
Well, they just have to get organized is what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
By that, let's run our stuff, hang with it, and this is one of those easy basket varieties. Leading to 3.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, what a great catch, huh?
It was in a fast-paced situation. But, from Phil's standpoint, what's to holler about?
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's shot very well. Mm-hmm. So did his club. It's just a matter of getting back, and he breaks your defense down easily, frequently.
And often.
That it makes you stop hollering at players, huh?
Grant misses the free throw. Bulls lead by 1, 69-68. Early going here, third quarter.
Got to get some cutting a little bit now. A lot of standing still. Look how they shove Sam out.
7 of the 24.
That's
Sam
it.
shoved his body in.
He did. He went right back at him. Cartwright being very physical with Sam Bowie.
Only Sam's second field goal of the ball game, and the Nets have regained the lead. Morris trying to stay with Cartwright. Coleman rebounds. Morris knocked away by Jordan. Morris thought he should have had a foul, and the foul here will go against Sam Bowie.
Well, the best line of resistance, huh? Hold him and then call for the rope.
Michael's limping.
Banged into Sam as he gathered Michael. But down here, he disturbs, disrupts, and then destroys on the break. Because those toes or knees banging.
Scottie Pippen. Nets lead by 1. 9:30 remaining third quarter.
Up and down.
Close.
Tough shot here.
Bowie with the rebound to Petrović. Nice spin around Jordan. It's 2 against 3 though. Anderson. And Kenny almost tipped it in, and Morris did. Coleman, excuse me.
Perseverance.
Whoa.
I don't know how Kenny got it up there the first
he almost
time.
Put it home. 14 for Coleman. That's by 3.
Now Michael just got away with an offensive foul. He screened Morris, and it's disrupted the defense totally.
23 for Jordan, his first 2 here in the third quarter. Leads the league in scoring. What else is new? Looking for his 6th consecutive scoring title. Coleman on the drive, rejected. Coleman again. And Grant with a rebound to Pippen. Count it and 1. Coleman with the foul. And Derek falling into a bit of a trap of again trying to do a little too much on his own.
Not a good play the other end. You're right, Spencer. You know, the first one had a little too much pastry, the one hand, then the long jumper quickly, and here getting in late and just extending. That's what makes them so tough. I mean, explode down the floor, and they finish breaks.
And a 2-point lead now for the Bulls. 15 for Scottie Pippen. 74-72 to Chicago. 8:15 left third quarter.
Dražen with the quick release. Nice little bump.
Goes for the rebound. Paxson has it, and he lost it out of bounds off his knee.
And Dražen hustling again. Just as he did in the first half.
Sam Bowie. That's Sam's shot, too.
Yeah, he has not stroked it as well as he will. Showing a little sign of a couple of days off, huh?
Pippen, foul will go against Bowie. So Sam Bowie picks up the foul, and on Bowie, personal foul number 3 on the Nets. Their 4th team foul. If you're looking for something developing here, 7:55 remaining in the quarter. Nets already with 14 fouls. Bulls do not have any.
Now, we talked about the spacing, but how about the way they break you down with the dribble?
What was that?
It was okay.
4 against 2. You got to make this one. Bowie and the foul. Paxson picks it up, and Sam will go to the line to shoot 2.
Nice run, but maybe a tad early to Sam. So let Sam get in front of you before you give it. Now it keeps the defense at home, and maybe there's a chance for 3.
You're 4 against 2. You want a little more than just 2 free throws.
You didn't like that little play there. You thought Michael sort of overpowered.
Did a mambo step,
too.
Yeah,
I guess he deserves it. Would you say that? Unless you are a net or a net follower.
Okay, Sam hits them both, and we're even again. 74-74, 7:35 remaining in the third quarter. Last time the Nets were here, beaten by 44. Cartwright and Coleman doing a little bumping, and Coleman will pick up the personal. DC's third, and the Nets are now over the limit. This is where the Nets can start paying on a negative side, over the limit with 7:28 remaining in the quarter.
And Cartwright makes you pay. He's spread eagles. He can hurt guys in warm-ups on his own team. He reminds you of a little Phil Jackson with the arms.
Got those Gordie Howe elbows also for the hockey fans.
Nothing intentional. He's just the way he is. He's steps and moves. He's been accused of doing it on purpose.
He had a real good career with the Knickerbockers. Average over 18 points a game for 8 years.
Bulls do a nice job forcing decisions by big people.
Coleman to Morris, and Mo is fouled. And the foul will go against Cartwright, and it'll send Chris Morris to the line to shoot 2.
Bill does this as well as any center in the league. Usually it's against Bowie, but he has a great, see him ride guys out, start slow, goes from the knees up to the midsection, and it's tough to shoot when you're shaped like a V or a C.
Does that old thing, you know, you kid around with somebody, you get behind them and you stick your knees into their knees and buckle them.
And then the teacher blamed you as you fell to the ground.
Chris Morris with 12 points now. And we're tied again at 76 with 7:15 remaining in the third quarter. This is Pippen.
You got to love Draž's attitude, though. I mean, he's relishing playing Jordan. That's the way you have to go about it. I mean, he can embarrass and humiliate. Look at this cut.
And the tip by Grant.
Pretty good at that, isn't he?
Yeah. And Morris threw it out of bounds.
Between people. Too many blue shirts. Do you remember having Grant on after one of the games? And I mentioned, gee, I'm so impressed with how quickly you go to the offensive glass. That's something new? He said, I've been doing it all my career. He was offended. Got to keep him off the glass, Spence.
Here at Chicago Stadium with Bill Raftery, Spencer Ross, and we've got a 78-76 count. The Chicago Bulls leading the Nets by 2. game was tied at halftime at 63, and the Nets hanging in and playing very, very well. Friday on Sports Channel America, high-scoring Derek King and the New York Islanders look for their third straight win against the New York Rangers. The Isles against the Patrick Division leading Rangers, Friday night at 7:30 only on Sports Channel America. But I tell you, the Gorilla is here tonight. We mentioned him, the Phoenix Gorilla. And if you've never seen him, he's a great mascot. And what fun he has.
They don't need much more electricity
No,
here, do they?
They had Luke Goldstein at halftime with Simon Says, and the crowd loved him.
There's that guard around, back cut, and then the guard. That's where he's toughest. I said to Bill Fitch before the game, Spencer, what makes it impossible is that he can take your little guy down to the box, and if you put a bigger guy on, he blows by outside, and now he makes his jumper. I mean, the man has it all.
He's perfected the game.
He shot that. See that?
Yeah, that was a stroke.
Yeah, he just clapped his hand, so maybe Sam can start lighting it up.
And Jordan, the break for the Nets is, I don't know if
Anderson, I think,
it was knocked out of his hand. Okay.
Kenny got a piece, thought he should have gotten the call, too.
Bulls 80, Nets 78, 6:09 left third quarter.
Pop to the corner or he goes to the goal. See that? He was setting Dražen up, Michael.
Pippen. And there's another guy who just keeps getting better and better and better.
We're really in trouble. We went from Michael, MJ to he. He's setting his man up, right? Everybody knows. Nice step through.
And the block. Cartwright comes down with it. Pippen loses it. Bowie. Morris.
How about Derek?
Fighting.
Finding people.
That's again with a 2. Grant, well, quickly now. Here's Anderson trying to play Paxson. Count that if it goes, and Grant will go to the line to shoot 2. Originally, they had a mismatch with Anderson against Grant.
And the gamble by Anderson set up the penetration. Kenny just couldn't get to the sideline. Gave the gamble on the high dribble, and you saw the English by Grant as Coleman gets tagged.
And Derek has picked up his 4th personal. He's going to get a rest now. Terry Mills will come into the lineup to take his place. Grant, a 75% free throw shooter. So here's Mills for Coleman. DC with a good night thus far. 14 points, good off the boards, but a good effort by the Nets. And Grant now with 17. And the Nets are down 3.
So Kenny should blow by the guys that guard him. You know, he's not doing the things. A nice little pop out again, not making it, but they got it. Look at this guy get back. Nice play by Dražen. He was dead.
Still is. Jordan can beat him once, tough to beat him twice,
it is.
Right?
Well, all you get, and he's woofing a little with Dražen.
Yeah. Bowie looking for 2 in a row, and Sam is at 2 in a row.
Well, he gets that stroke going. Now that's going to open it up inside for Mills now that Coleman is out. Also with Sam outside, Anderson can go to the goal a little bit.
85-82 Chicago. Here's Cartwright. And Mills has the rebound to Anderson. Wow. Did he blow by?
Explosive. But when it's congested, he can't do that.
Keep telling you we're a heck of a coach after it. Jordan. Yeah. Cartwright rolled off, and a break for the Nets. Good pick and roll play.
It sure was. And just the activity by Morris caused the miss.
Anderson. And Kenny Anderson has given the Nets the lead. 10 points for Anderson.
And rotation on the jumper, huh? He starts making that. He's going to be extraordinary.
Nets lead it by 1. Would like to see a little excitement on the net bench at this point in the ballgame. up a point against the Chicago Bulls. A 4-on-2 fast break. Here's Morris, and he is clobbered. Can't put it in that way, Chris.
Can't come up and through. But he knew he was getting hit. No sense passing the ball at that late stage. But coordinating, you see Kenny getting everybody space with the look and figure, why go to Jordan's side, huh? Go left, young man. And Chris has got to learn the rules. Got to put it in over the top.
If you put it through the bottom and it comes back, is it good?
No.
No.
Maybe in your backyard.
That's a heck of a horse shot, though, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you, knowing your kids, they wouldn't let you count it.
No, David and John wouldn't. You're right. Nets lead by 2, 3:25 remaining third quarter.
Chris just not getting that ball high enough. The guys in the upper deck here could count the seams.
Ball needs an oxygen blast and Chris shoots the free throws.
And don't leave him.
Leave him alone. Oh. Paxson's first 2 points, a gimme for him.
Dražen was so intent. Kenny Anderson had lost his man. So intent on Jordan, he left the ball alone.
Bowie against Cartwright.
Move. Got to move for him. There's one. Got to give him another one.
3 on the 24. 2. Bowie with a running one-hander. And the rebound pulled down by Grant. Gets it out over to Paxson. Not a good set for the Nets that time.
Tell you what, Cartwright does a great job. Sometimes it's a foul, banging guys away from the box.
Paxson knocked away by Anderson. Good defensive play. Comes ahead to Petrović. To Bowie. And what a play by Michael Jordan. Whoa. And with 2:28 left in the third quarter, a timeout on the floor with the Nets leading by 1. Thanks to Jordan, it's not more. Lots of excitement coming up at the Meadowlands Arena and an opportunity to see the Nets against the 76ers, the Celtics, and the San Antonio Spurs. Check those games out. February 14th, that's next week. That's this week, this Friday night. The Celtics, the 25th, and March 30th, the Spurs. Pick 2 of those 3 games. Lower level seats are available. And you will also receive this beautiful NBA Hoops sports bag absolutely free, okay? Now, operators standing by right now, just give them a call. Have your credit card ready, 201-935-8888, 201-935-8888. And Net 1-point lead. Watch Anderson with the strip right here.
And you know what's great? You mentioned off air. Dražen able to sort of shrug off Michael. But right here, Sam should have kept the ball low and not expose it. But just number 2-3.
Yeah, but I was amazed that Dražen was able to get through with 2 pretty good players around him. 7 on the 24. Good look to Morris. And the follow, Sam Bowie.
It's like a pass.
12 for Sam. 10 of them here in this third quarter.
He started to pay attention to business, hasn't he?
And the Nets lead by 3. Cartwright, that's a gimme. Strangest shot since Alex Hannum. Bill Cartwright.
That little screen down kept Sam under the tent.
Eight of the 24. Dražen trying to beat Michael Jordan.
They get on the floor. Reach in by Michael.
Only the 4th team foul. Excuse me.
And I love Dražen going to the official, Spencer. Yes, that's right. You know, you got that right.
Let's get busy. That's with a 1-point lead, 90-89. Bowie over Cartwright, and the air ball. Both Cartwright and Bowie went down. No whistle. 3 against 2. Armstrong to Pippen. B.J. Armstrong in the lineup. And the Bulls by 1. Only Kenny Anderson just got it in. No, he didn't. They called a 10-second violation against the borderline. Very
borderline.
The clock said 14 when he got into forecourt. I don't know.
I think Bill has a legitimate gripe. Tie goes to the runner or something like that.
Yeah,
I thought it was
good
over.
point.
Nice play by Dražen.
Got back. That's down a point. 50 seconds left, third quarter. Petrović to Mills. Good ball fake, and Morris puts it home.
How about Chris getting free all the way along the baseline, and nice look by Mills.
And the Nets have regained the lead. 18 points for Chris Morris. 38 seconds left, third quarter.
This is the way it should be. We were spoiled by their play before the Western trip. Maybe they're back at it.
Jordan had it knocked away. Nets on the break. 3 against 2. Petro says, I'll take 3. Morris fighting for the rebound with Grant, and we'll get a foul.
Pretty good effort by Morris. Anytime you come from the rear, they're going to call it, but extraordinary the timing, and that is a play on, huh?
I would think so.
Oh my goodness. Just a great effort.
Chris told Jackie Neese, you watched the tape.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, you anticipate that call. Fairness to the official, if a guy can't do that, would I give him a shove or a juke or a bump?
And Grant at the line to shoot 2 with 18.8 seconds left in the third quarter. Grant's missed 2 of his 4 free throws tonight. Hey, we've got a good ball game here, folks. Happy you can be with us. Blown out by 44 the last time they were here. The Nets come to Chicago and have played very, very well indeed. Determination.
Oh, they have made a strong effort. And Grant on the free throw line lost 75 grand by not making the All-Star.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's just a week spending money for you. Get a good one. That's the key now.
Nets can play for the final. Anderson to Mills with 9 in the 29 in the quarter. And Mills will go to the line to shoot 2.
They rush you or
They
force
make you
you.
into-
Yeah, you get into a frenzy, but you get to the foul line, that's fine. Now you got a chance maybe to get set up, do a little double up, and cause the quick shot, but you got to rebound at the end of this next sequence.
Got to make the free throws too. Craig Hodges back in the lineup. Cliff Livingston. But Jordan leaves. It's Hodges, Armstrong on the backcourt, Pippen. Oh, Jordan's still out there. And Mills missed them both. That's a hurter.
Nice job by Dražen with the shove. He just pushed Michael in the back.
Michael's looking at it.
He's looking at Jackie Neese.
2 seconds. 1. Bowie at the buzzer. Well, 3/10 of a second left. Sam puts it home, and that's it. Sam Bowie's basket gives the Nets a 1-point lead after 3 quarters of play.
And Mo with a great job getting it up quickly. Real solid.
As part of an overall NBA program, the Net Wives are holding a breast cancer awareness night at the Meadowlands Arena on Sunday, March 1st, when the Nets face the New York Knickerbockers. On this night, information on breast cancer will be handed out to all interested fans. Breast cancer has a 99% curable rate if detected early enough. This is a disease that affects not only the women afflicted, but their spouses. Now, if you're not going to be attending the Nets game on that particular night, you can obtain information by calling this number, 1-800-4-CANCER. 1-800-4-CANCER. Well, the final play of the quarter, which gives the Nets the lead. And as you mentioned, Chris Morris made it happen.
Just so quick with the ball. And Sam fought hard to control that, to make that finish. But exciting Nets basketball.
And a 1-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter at 94-93. Chris Dudley's coming to the lineup to start the fourth quarter, giving Sam Bowie a rest. It'll be Coleman back in with the 4 fouls. Morris up front, Anderson and Petrović for the Bulls. Pippen, Will Perdue now in the lineup. Grant Hodges and B.J. Armstrong. So we start the fourth quarter in a 1-point net lead. Here's Armstrong.
Wow.
And it's a 1-point Chicago lead.
There's a kid that's worked on that stroke, Spencer. All of a sudden.
Got a lot of good role models in this team. Huh?
Oh, you better play well.
Anderson got the pick from Coleman. Dudley went for the rebound, picked up by DC to Morris. Well, he's finding open people, isn't he? But Pippen comes up with it. Armstrong. Whoa.
Kuzi.
Armstrong's hit 2 in a row, and the Bulls lead it 97-94, 50 seconds into this fourth quarter.
Spurts, and Kenny Anderson ended up with the goal, the ball underneath the goal. Not a good spot for him.
Coleman counted if it goes.
Offense.
No, they call the offensive foul, and Coleman has picked up his 5th personal foul.
Wow.
And it comes with 10:57 remaining.
Bill may just let him play. Figuring Mills has played well. Start moving him in and out. He might not be able to contribute at all.
Purdue counted and won. And Bill Fitch wanted the foul on Purdue, extending the elbow out.
This is one of their runs without Michael, huh?
Watch Purdue here.
Bill feels he did clear out, and he's got a case. That chicken arm up, and Duds not able to get the benefit. Well, that's the inconsistency, right? One way, wipeout for Coleman, called against him down here.
Yep. It results in 5 points for the Bulls. It's actually a 5-point swing right there. 7-0 run to start this quarter for Chicago, and they lead by 6.
Nice move.
Dudley, and Chris Dudley stops the run.
Tell you, his offense has improved silently. Armstrong almost with a double dribble here, or carry, picked the basketball up.
Purdue, pretty feed to Pippen. 21 points for Pippen. Morris, and we'll get a foul. It goes against Grant. Phil Jackson not happy with it.
Phil with the stare. Is Pete Carrill in the building? Is that familiar?
The stare.
Yeah. Nice little back cut. And here where they say that Grant with the step in. Well, you got to be perfect in this league to get the call. Jackson's still furious. Phil roams around. His hulking look. Disconcerting to officials on occasion, huh?
Taken right out of Coleman's hand. Armstrong foul from behind by Petrović. Now, I don't understand that call. Either you're going to have to come up with a rule which is exact and consistent. But how many times do you see people grab?
But in the back court, you got to get around in front.
But it's still the same thing in my mind.
Yeah, but this is the call, and you can't argue with Jackie Neese, right?
No, I'm not arguing with Jackie Neese. I'm arguing with the rule.
Well, call Rod. He'd love to hear from
Rod. Hello, Rod. Ten points for Armstrong. Kenny Anderson leaves. Take George in.
What's that, guys?
A lot of dribbling that last trip. I set it up. Dirk stripped. And BJ, one of Tom Davis's guys.
Well, you talked about their bench of the Chicago Bulls, and they certainly have made a difference. Armstrong with 6 points in this third quarter. And the Nets are suddenly down 8. Just 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the final quarter.
What did they turn people? Quick shot again, forced.
Pippen to Armstrong.
Three-pointer.
Hodges for 3. And a timeout called by the Nets as the Bulls have opened up an 11-point lead, and they've done it in less than 2.5 minutes.
Great use of the floor. They know what each other can do. The press set up this quick shot. Forced Tate to release it quicker than he would like. And right here, the recognition, understanding what each other can provide. And Hodges, as you mentioned, not bad. Made some money shooting those threes.
20 grand. He beat Jim Les in Orlando right here. The Nets, who had a 1-point lead going into this quarter, have been outscored 14-2 in 2 minutes and 28 seconds, and suddenly are behind 107-96. Coleman playing with 5 fouls. Mills and Dudley, George and Petrović, and the full court pressure again. And they're doing it with Armstrong, and they're doing it with Hodges. Number 23 is on the bench, Mr. Jordan.
What they do is they always face the basketball, Spencer. So if you can turn your guy, nice little post pass.
Mills in the follow, but it just won't go, and it'll still be net ball. They need a hoop here.
One guy plays his man in the backcourt. If they can make him turn, they'll get the double on him frequently. And that causes some problems. And then the quick shot, if you make the pass over the top. Some small change being picked up.
Was it money, really?
Well, in the old days, the referees used to pick it up. Now with the salaries being what they are, they usually have the ball boys pick that up.
That's very, very dangerous. Somebody once said there's only one kind of animal that throws a center. Rebound pulled down by Hodges. This is Hodges, as it was Armstrong, and here come the Nets back.
Got a chance here. Nice kick back.
Take George, and that stops a bit of the run.
And Dražen did a great job bringing the defense to the center of the floor.
It's 107-98. Pippen.
Automatic switch here.
Dudley gets it, and Tate George knocks it out of bounds. Only 6 left on the 24-second clock. Sellout crowd here at Chicago Stadium. And they rock here. Pippen. Dudley went for the rebound. Will get the foul on Will Perdue.
It's amazing. Now he pushed from the chalk mark, and he was bad. He pushed all the blue shirts under. You notice that play? They put everybody towards the ball and then let Pippen come left. Just couldn't turn the hand on that hook shot.
9-point Chicago lead. Pippen with the steal. Pippen is fouled from behind, and they'll call it a 2-shot foul.
They turn their defense into an offensive weapon, and they just create havoc here. Now that's not Pippen's guy, but he turns Tate, and right there, fortunately he's not hurt. Tate trying to get around in front and not give him the 2. But that's how they get a substantial lead. Quick hitting, off the D and completing plays.
And that's how their offense shoots 50% from the floor. They get a lot of layups off the transition, off the steal. And the interesting thing about their record, too, they are winning their games by an average of 10 points this year.
I was just looking at it, 110.6 to 100.6, right on the money.
$23 points for Scottie Pippen. Nets are down 11. 8:08 remaining in the ball game. Coleman, again trouble.
See how they made him turn?
Yeah.
And they get another guy coming up at you.
And another steal. Pippen, 3 against 2. Armstrong. No, offensive foul. Great play by Tate George.
Great step in. I mean, offering it up, but what's killing them is how they're going over the blue line, as they call it in hockey. Always looking. See Pippen looking at turn. Here he comes. Got to go over the top and punish them for it. Wow.
And the Nets lost it again. Another turnover. Woo. The turnovers have come hot and heavy for Bill Fitch's ball club here in this 4th quarter. A credit to the Chicago defense.
Well, Tex Winter gets a lot of credit for the offense. Maybe Bakke and Clemens and Jackson even get credit
Tate George got hit on the top of the head by Purdue, but the foul will go. Tate just looking around. Remember, he took 8 stitches on his forehead last week. Jordan back in. Pippen leaves. Tate George knocks it away, but unable to keep it in play.
Played that passing lane very well. That play was designed for Jordan to run off the post to the far corner and then isolate for him.
Jordan, count it and 1.
He sometimes just plays with you.
That's right.
Doesn't he?
He's got 29 points, and the Bulls suddenly with a 13-point lead.
Take it away from the traffic and then take it back. As you rest, a lot of guys come up out of their stance, and he explodes back at you.
Kenny Anderson back in the lineup. Chris Morris back in. George and Dudley leave. Say, Bill, there's a break in the action right now.
And the benches, that time, the Bulls bench, more impressive. Got them going, I think, right?
Oh, sure.
And while there's this break,
yes,
this ought to be a great time to break for the great taste of Bud Light. It's a big hit with fans everywhere because everything else is just a light.
30 points for Michael Jordan. The Bulls have outscored the Nets by 15 points in the first 4 minutes and 50 seconds of this quarter. But they are now picked up their 3rd team foul.
Well, you mentioned the team fouls of the Nets early on. Yeah, it's been a problem, and only number 3 by Grant and the Bulls.
Williams in. Grant gets a rest. Nets down 112-98. This one not over yet, but the Nets need a run right here. They got to start making shots like this.
Nice deployment, the good design, and Dražen turns on that curl like Vinnie Johnson. And
whoops. And a break for the Nets. Michael Jordan missed one. Sam Bowie to the hoop and the foul. Purdue will pick it up.
Sam run the floor pretty good.
Yes, a start perhaps of a necessary run if the Nets are going to get back in.
Anderson, Bowie, and Morris out. Nets had their problems. And here's Sam not able to get it away from the traffic with the left hand. Dribbles with the left. And actually, I think he was going to try and shoot a lean-in right-hander. Tough, huh, when you don't get the free throw?
Sam misses the first one and makes the second one. From the free throw line, the Nets are now 14 of 21.
Chris trying his talent. Look at this fade back. Just creates like 4 more feet that you have to come with him, and you can't.
And he's got 32 points in the ball game, a 13-point lead. And good feed to Bowie and the foul, Michael Jordan.
Sam looking at Michael saying, come on, will you? That's twice I had easy deuces. Well, part of the charm. How about the look? Deft touch. And, you know, one worth arguing over, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
But look at this look by Kenny Anderson.
Oh, he got the arm. He got the arm, yeah. Yeah, actually, if you get the fingers in the ball, it's not a foul.
They'll let it go.
Technically, yeah. Sam hits them both. The Nets are within 11. 6:09 remaining. 114-103. Nets led after 3, 94-93. Bulls came out with a 14-2 run to start the quarter. Ooh.
There's that back dribble again.
And Morris fights for the rebound and tips it over to Petrović. Nets looking to cut it down under double figures. Petrović does it.
Nice job by Anderson, too. So they're exploding at the defense.
They look, when they're playing their defense right. Oh, come on.
It's got to go over. It didn't go over.
No, it's a good non-call.
Yeah.
It hit the top of the backboard. That's fine. It didn't hit the 24-second clock.
Amazing, though.
Soft touch of Craig Hodges.
Soft touch? Knows the local terrain, huh?
Ooh. Rebound Purdue.
Purdue all alone, too.
Count it and one. Petro, I don't think ever touched him.
The double up at half court by Bowie and Coleman. And nobody helped play Purdue underneath the basket.
9 points for Purdue. Nets call a 20-second timeout. Watch this one.
You like this one, huh?
That's all right. That's in play.
Yep.
4, 5, 6.
That's like the pinball machine, huh? You got a guy that he's shaking the legs to keep it in play.
Got to tilt it, I'll tell you. Whoa. I haven't seen one like that since Wayman Tisdale hit one in a NCAA game about, I remember, when he was in his senior year in college for Oklahoma. It was a buzzer beater in a regional, which must have hit 4 or 5 times off the. You didn't do that game?
I probably didn't have that regional. The Tiz.
Purdue at the line. Let's try to make a run right here, but suddenly it's back to 13 with 5:04. But a lot of positive things have happened tonight.
Did you see Jordan get in on that free throw, by the way, just then? I mean, he never stops working. If there was a miss, he had a tip. Beat his man.
Anderson got it to Coleman just a little bit late.
Sam all alone. He's got 3.
And the foul. Bulls are over the limit. Anderson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Chicago personal foul 42, Scott Williams.
Sam did park a while.
Yes, he was in there a while.
That's right. You got to know the owner of the restaurant when you're there that long. Ooh. But once again, Kenny able to get involved in some traffic and do something positive.
Got to make the free throws. One of 2 for Anderson. He has 11 points, and the Nets are down 13. Bulls just stormed out of the gate here in the fourth quarter. Chris Morris,
yeah, he saw them
rapping away at Jordan. Huh? Hodges able to save it. Well, some nice passes.
Sure. He did the right thing. Nobody made the cut.
And the foul on Anderson. But Armstrong get a step ahead of him. And the Bulls find the open man.
He was looking for the outlet pass instead of, you got to stay at home. That's part of learning. Wait till you get the basketball, then turn, then you can start your break.
4 minutes, 4 seconds remain. And B.J. Armstrong at the line to shoot 2. Very key factor in this game tonight. In that second quarter, when the Bulls began to turn things on. And here in the fourth quarter, he came out smoking. And Livingston in the lineup replaces Craig Hodges.
Some nice picks by the Bulls.
Yeah.
Including this guy, Spence. You're right.
This one good basketball team. Defending NBA champions and the team to beat. 13 points for Armstrong. Petro to Morris, who lays it home.
Is he something around that 10?
Yeah. He could finish.
He could change.
20 points for Chris Morris. Here is Michael Jordan right back. Michael with 34 points in the ball game. He's at 12 of, make it 13 of 23 from the floor.
Not paying attention.
Nope.
Well, he does make you go to your heels.
He knocks you out. Physically, he can destroy it. Purdue. Rebound Kenny Anderson. Finds
Nice.
Bowie.
Very
Puts it
nice
home.
play, huh? Sam getting down. The kid from Queens on the money.
Forest Hills, New York. 123-110. Nets down 13. 2:43 remaining. We'll get a foul. Doug Lee's going to come back into the lineup, and we'll get a timeout right here with 2:48 left. Chicago leading it by 13. 76ers will be at the Meadowlands this Friday night. The Boston Celtics 11 days from then on the 25th, and the San Antonio Spurs in the month of March with David Robinson. 3 great games. Well, you pick out 2 of those 3 and call the number we're going to give you, 201-935-8888, and along with seeing 2 of those 3 games, you'll also see the beautiful NBA Hoop Sports Bag absolutely free. So just give a call to the number. Operators are standing by. 201-935-8888. We'll see you out at the Meadowlands this Friday night against the 76ers, against the Celtics on the 25th, the Spurs on March 30th. 2 of those 3. 201-935-8888. Right here, the Nets down 13. You're going to pick up the newspaper tomorrow. The folks who are not listening to this game, they're going to say, well, the Nets got blown out. Not the case at all. The Nets were leading in this ball game by 1.
And what we thought was a foul was a jump ball, huh?
Yeah. And off the jump ball, it goes right to Williams.
Hansen, a good shooter in the ball game, known for his outside ability.
Another Dr. Tom product. Was he there?
I
No, he
think
was there
before.
before.
Yeah. I think he had Ravley.
Anderson with a miss. Williams with a rebound. Armstrong.
Nice.
Nice fake.
Look at this use of the pain.
Armstrong with 10 points here in this 4th quarter and a 17-point Chicago lead. And the Nets led in this ball game coming into this quarter, 94-93. Bulls with a 14-2 run to start it off, and they never looked back. Coleman. And Hansen, who came over from Sacramento early November. Oh, what a block by Morris, but it comes to Williams.
Chris has kept on playing, hasn't he?
6 points for Scott Williams and a 19-point Chicago lead.
You know what Dirk has to start doing? Make quicker decisions. You can't beat the guy with 1 dribble. Give it up and reset as Sam got the stroke going, doesn't he?
3-pointer.
Mr. Bowie said he had a lot of time with his family. Didn't have a chance to play any golf, huh?
Right.
In his old Kentucky home.
129-113. Nets down 16. Here is Livingston. And he banks it home. And a timeout called here by the Nets. They're down 18 with 1:19 remaining. 131-113. And Bill Fitch going to the bench right now for the final 70-80 seconds. We're back here in Chicago. The Gorilla going through his paces. He now has on a Chicago Bull jersey with number 23, and he has a tongue sticking out of his Gorilla costume.
And the Bulls bench was really, isn't this great?
And the crowd really loved him, too. Puts on a great show.
He gets a workout.
Mills, George, Lee, Addison, and Feigl to finish it up here for the Nets, who were down 18 in a ball game they led going into the 4th quarter. That's the positive side, and a lot of positives happening tonight for the New Jersey Nets. But the 4th quarter doing them in, and particularly the Chicago bench. B.J. Armstrong with 10 points here in the 4th quarter, 6 points for Will Perdue. Feigl. Ooh. Was that no harm, no foul?
Yeah, I guess. I thought they're lucky they didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
But you mentioned BJ. You are right. His overall floor play. I just think back to that cross-court three-pointer that he hit Hodges on, and
that ball fake in the land. His presence. I mean, tremendous presence out there today.
And a nudge on the defensive end in the double-ups.
Addison firing for 3, way off the mark. Rebound take George. The scoop is blocked. And it comes over to Armstrong, who's got Livingston ahead of the field. .22 seconds remaining.
And these guys are playing good defense.
Yeah. Williams. Doug Lee with the rebound with 5 seconds remaining. Addison will take it to the hoop. And that's it. So it goes down in the record books as a 20-point defeat, but coming off the All-Star break with 7 consecutive losses, this was a ball game that the Nets came into Chicago looking at a situation that they could get blown out, and it looks like a blowout. But a lot of good things tonight for the New Jersey Nets, who lead it by 1 going into the fourth quarter before the Bulls bench really does them in and turns it on in the final 12 for a 20-point win.
Real solid. Again, help but think how they've deepened that bench. The confidence level's so high.
Final score, Bulls 133, Nets 113. Back to wrap it up right after this. Chicago Stadium, where the Bulls have beaten the New Jersey Nets by a score of 133 to 113. Our Budweiser player of the game is Michael Jordan. Hits 13 of 23 shots from the floor, winds up with 34 points in the ball game, pulls down 9 rebounds, and just a Michael Jordan type night.
Yeah, just solid. And what he has done, Spencer, they all seem to play off him. And he'll make the extra pass, get everybody involved, and his shooting is improved, and Pippen's has improved, and Armstrong's has improved, and Grant's has improved. And you think of this bench too, all of a sudden competitive, excellent defense. They are ready. I think they're ready for the onslaught. Come June,
yeah, well, they
got a shot.
They outscore the Nets in the final quarter 40 to 19 after the Nets lead it going into the final quarter. And really the difference was, of course you have Michael Jordan, but the difference was the bench, and the defense, the pressing defense. Those turnovers they forced the Nets into at the start of the fourth quarter. That 14-2 run, and Armstrong was the man who really set the stage.
The Nets didn't have that good composure when they stepped up that defense. But if you're Bill Fitch and this team, you can say, hey, look, we did a lot of good things. Maybe, let's get back to where we were and, bounce back, which in the NBA you have to. Go to Philly, get somebody in their division, nail them a little bit, and see what happens. Played pretty well, I thought, considering. I after that Washington game when everybody was so down, you never knew what to expect. But maybe some of the pieces falling a little bit back to where they were in those weeks where we were regaling at their play, and hopefully Mookie will be back.
Yeah, and hopefully Mookie will be back soon. Of course, tough to find positives in a 20-point loss, but they certainly were a good deal of them, and that's playing the Bulls tough for 3 quarters. We'll check out the NBA scoreboard. Indiana beat Orlando 100-98 down in Florida. Came from 6 behind in the fourth quarter to do it. Philadelphia surprised Miami down in Miami 114-102. That's a final. These are all finals until I tell you they're not, folks. Charlotte beat Atlanta 113-108. The Lakers held on to beat Minnesota in Minnesota by a score of 116-108. San Antonio clobbered Boston 100-84 in San Antonio. Now in the fourth quarter, Milwaukee leading Detroit. Big game for Milwaukee, 81-77 in the fourth. They're playing that one in Milwaukee. Utah leads Cleveland 58-57 at the half. Second quarter score at Portland. Denver leading the Trailblazers 33-25 in the second. Early now at Seattle. Houston leading the Supersonics 28-22, and Washington at Golden State. That game just getting underway. So the net losing streak is now at 8. And tomorrow night to Philadelphia. Friday night Philly comes to the Meadowlands. And Saturday night the Nets go to Cleveland. But a lot of positive things to build on. I think perhaps Coleman also getting the 5th personal foul early in the fourth quarter kind of retarded his game.
And he didn't play as well as he has to either. The last few games he's gotten out of his rhythm, I think. Trying to do too much, maybe trying to help the club in a way that's not like him. He's a contributor, but blends in. He's not a Michael Jordan kind that's going to go and get you 35. But
who is?
Well, that's true. Who the heck is or who has ever been? But hopefully it'll bounce back tomorrow.
Okay, well, the Nets lose it. The final score once again here in Chicago. The Bulls 133, the New Jersey Nets 113 as they outscore the Nets in the final quarter 40-19. High score for the Nets, Sam Bowie with 22 points. He got 20 of them in the second half. Dražen Petrović with 23 and 34 points for Michael Jordan, 23 for Scottie Pippen. 133-113. The Bulls win it tomorrow night at 7:30. The Nets will return to Sports Channel when we travel to Philadelphia to battle Charles Barkley and the 76ers. Thursday at 7:30, catch the Devils when they take on the Vancouver Canucks. Then at 11 on Thursday, check out Eric Lindros, the Canadian Olympic hockey team, when they battle the former Soviet Olympic team in the Sweden Games. That's at 11 o'clock. Until then, till tomorrow night, for Bill Raftery, this is Spencer Raw saying so long, and thanks for watching Nets basketball on Sports Channel. Now let's join Halls of Fame.